United 221, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906. Vectors for the ILS approach, runway 28 right, turn left heading 260, descend and maintain 3000.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, turning left heading 260, leaving 5,200 feet, descend to 3,000 feet, United 221.
Academy approach, Aero 357 Oscar Foxtrot is with you 5,200 feet.
November 357 Oscar Foxtrot, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906. Vectors for the ILS approach, runway 28 right, turn right heading 030, descend and maintain 3000.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, turning right heading 030, leaving 5,200 feet, descend to 3,000 feet, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
Academy approach, United 656 is with you 5,200 feet.
United 656, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906. Vectors for ILS approach, runway 28 right, turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 4000.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, turning left heading 190, leaving 5,200 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, United 656.
That's the plan here, United 221. He is descending down to 3, hoping number 1 for the field, and he is on a 260, but at the last second I can turn him to a 250, so he can better intercept the ILS. In this case, though, I'm going to try to squeeze 7 Oscar Foxtrot ahead
Academy
of United
approach,
656, but we'll see how that goes.
Is with you 8,200 feet.
FedEx 88 Heavy, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for ILS approach, runway 28 right, descend and maintain 4000, fly present heading.
Altimeter 2739er, Roger, leaving 8,200 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, maintain heading 150, FedEx 88 Heavy.
In real life, of course, you'd be correcting their improper altimeter readback, but in this case, I don't really care. United 221, 2 miles east of Woody, turn left heading 250, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Roger, maintaining 3,000 feet. Turning left heading 250, cleared ILS 28 right, approach United 221.
United 656, turn left heading 100.
Roger, turning left heading 100, United 656.
Now, by setting up a roughly 10-mile downwind,
is with you 8,200 feet.
By setting up a 10-mile downwind, you are giving yourself a lot of breathing room, but also maintaining that same box pattern that I was describing. AC-45 Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for ILS approach, runway 28 right, descend and maintain 4000, fly present heading, correction, turn left heading 100.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, leaving 8,200 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, turning left heading 100, AC-45.
Alright, so 221, I originally put him on a 250 heading, but it looks like he's just proceeding direct to Woody. I should have just given him his ILS clearance when he was much closer to the final approach course. So that was a mistake, but in this case, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Cirrus 334 Sierra Romeo is with you 7,200 feet.
Even though that would be considered an unsafe interception, it wouldn't be the fault of the controller. November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, turn left heading 100.
Roger, turning right heading 120, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, fly heading 010.
Roger,
Oops.
turning left heading 010, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
November 334 Sierra Romeo, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for ILS approach, runway 28 right, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 3000.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, turning left heading 250, leaving 7,200 feet, descend to 3,000 feet, Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo.
So because of the enormous speed difference between United 221 and November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, you really want to try to tighten that vector behind United as much as humanly possible because he's never going to overtake. And you're only going to be slowing down United by having 7 Oscar Foxtrot go too far on final. November 4 Sierra Romeo, descend and maintain 4000.
Roger, leaving 6,400 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo.
November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, 8 miles east of Woody, turn left heading 310, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach runway 28 right.
Roger, maintaining 3,000 feet. Turning left heading 310, cleared ILS 28 right approach, arrow 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
Now again, as I said, there's nothing wrong with turning him onto his dogleg first, getting them established, and then at the last second, giving them their clearance for the ILS. I'd probably recommend that in most cases. In this case, 7 Oscar Foxtrot can turn on a dime, so his interception of final wouldn't be as hard. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to descend United 656 so we can go underneath Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo, so that all the Cirrus needs to do is descend down to 3000 and he'll be directly behind United. FedEx 88 Heavy, turn left heading 100.
Roger, turning left heading 100, FedEx 88 Heavy.
But I cannot underestimate United's ability to catch up with 7 Oscar Foxtrot. He's Cherokee's only moving 120 knots, and that's going to create some problems. United 656, descend and maintain 3000.
Roger, leaving 4,000 feet, descend to 3,000 feet. United 656.
So here I'm guaranteeing vertical separation between 4 Sierra Romeo and 656, so he can just pass underneath him. Let's see how this plays out. It's requires you to be constantly fluid, though, and just reanalyzing how well your plan is working. All right, so we know that United 656 is moving about 4 miles per minute, and 7 Oscar Foxtrot's only moving 2 miles per minute. So we anticipate that by him traveling about 9 miles, it should take, doing the mental math, probably about 4 minutes or so. And that ought to do it. United 656, turn right heading 190.
Roger, turning right heading 190. United 656.
So I'll create about 10 flying miles for United 656 to intercept final, and then it'll be an additional 15 miles or so before he actually is for him to travel down final. So within that time, 7 Oscar Foxtrot should easily be on the ground. November 4 Sierra Romeo, turn right heading 280.
Roger, turning right heading 280, Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo.
So in 4 Sierra Romeo's case,
Academy approach, Gulfstream 245 Echo Golf is with you 5,200 feet.
In 4 Sierra Romeo's case, I'm just having him fly runway heading, and then at the last moment I'll be able to place him on a dog leg whenever he's well behind United. I just didn't want him to overshoot final. But you need to make sure that they're vectored to an actual dog leg before you clear them for the ILS. Putting them on a 280 or runway heading will mean that they will parallel the localizer the entire time. November 245 Echo Golf, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for the ILS approach, runway 28 right, descend and maintain 4000, turn right heading 010.
Altimeter 2926, expect runway to 8 right leaving 5,200 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, turning right heading 010 Gulfstream, 5 Echo Golf.
United 656, turn right heading 250.
Roger, turning right heading 250. United 656.
And you also realize that United's going to start assuming an approach configuration once he's cleared for the ILS, so then he'll slow down considerably. I'm kind of setting myself up, though, because I know the FedEx 88 is catching up very quickly, and it's already a fast mover, even when it's starting its descent. November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, cleared ILS approach runway 28 right.
Cleared ILS 28 right approach, arrow 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
I don't know why they do this. As soon as they hit the final approach fix, they veer off. It's pretty dumb, but, okay, so this isn't working. November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, fly heading 010, climb and maintain 3000, vectors for resequencing.
Roger, turning left heading 010, leveling at 3,000 feet, arrow 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
United 656, 8 miles east of Woody, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Roger, maintaining 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 28 right approach, United 656.
November 4 Sierra Romeo, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 3000. 10 miles east of Woody, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Roger, leaving 4,000 feet, descend to 3,000 feet. Turning left, heading 250, cleared ILS 28 right approach Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo.
Now, I saw in some of the footage that 5 Echo Golf was moving much faster than 240 knots. If that's the case, just instruct him to fly speed 250 knots, or to reduce speed 100 knots. I don't know why that parameter didn't kick in whenever I submitted this test.
Academy approach. Southwest 6813 is with you 8,200 feet.
Southwest 6813, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for the ILS approach, runway 28 right, fly heading 010, descend and maintain 4,000.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right turning left heading 010, leaving 8,200 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, Southwest 6813.
FedEx 88, heavy, turn right heading 190, descend and maintain 3,000.
Roger, turning right heading 190, leaving 4,000 feet, descent at 3,000 feet, FedEx 88 heavy.
I probably turned him a little too early, but in this case I could have him vector across final for sequencing if I found out that I need more space. But this is a great way to keep 5 Echo Golf from overshooting final much himself, because I know that's going to be inevitable. He's definitely going to need to be number 2, because FedEx is a much faster mover. So again, like we saw with 4 Sierra Romeo, he was definitely told to fly heading 250, but he is instead, once he was given the clearance, proceeded direct to the fix, which, if you find that that has happened, at least I know that you vectored him safely. So in this case, we're just going to roll with it. So for FedEx, I'm going to want to make sure that I'm buying lots and lots of time. So I'm going to tell him to expect vectors to cross final for sequencing, and then turn him to a 310 at the right time to do the intercept. FedEx 88 Heavy, expect vectors across final for sequencing.
Roger, FedEx 88 heavy.
November 5 Echo Golf, expect vectors across final for sequencing.
Roger, Gulfstream 5 Echo Golf.
So they've both been informed ahead of time prior to crossing final. And then 5 Echo Golf is only going to really need to be right behind FedEx, because FedEx is going to be much faster while they're on approach. So I can turn 5 Echo Golf pretty much as soon as I place FedEx on a dogleg, with very little delay for AC-45. November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, turn right heading 100.
Roger, turning right heading 100, Arrow 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
AC-45, turn left heading 010.
Roger, turning left heading 010, AC-45.
November 5 Echo Golf, descend and maintain 3,000.
Roger, leaving 4,000 feet, descend to 3,000 feet, Gulfstream 5 Echo Golf.
Academy approach, Delta 782 is with you 8,200 feet.
Gulfstream 5 Echo Golf, turn left heading 250.
Roger, turning left heading 250, Gulfstream 5 Echo Golf.
FedEx 88 Heavy, turn right heading 300. 10 miles east of Woody, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Invalid arrival runway, FedEx 88 heavy.
FedEx 88 Heavy, turn right heading 300, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Invalid arrival runway, FedEx 88 heavy.
FedEx 88 Heavy, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Invalid arrival runway,
Wow.
FedEx 88 heavy.
FedEx 88 Heavy, cleared ILS, runway 28 right.
Wrong runway given, FedEx 88 heavy.
Weirdo. FedEx 88 Heavy, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Invalid arrival runway, FedEx 88 heavy.
FedEx 88 Heavy, cleared ILS approach.
Invalid procedure name, FedEx 88 heavy.
FedEx 88 Heavy, turn right heading 310, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Invalid arrival runway,
That's
FedEx 88
a
heavy.
new one. FedEx 88 Heavy, cleared ILS, runway 28 right.
Cleared ILS runway 28 right.
Oh.
FedEx 88 heavy.
Very generous of you. November 5 Echo Golf, 15 miles east of Woody, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Roger, maintaining 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS 28 right approach. Gulfstream 5 Echo Golf.
AC-45, expect vectors across final for sequencing, descend and maintain 3000. Blah.
Standing by crossing bunker at 200 feet, leaving
Wow.
4,000 feet, descent to 3,000 feet, AC-45.
AC-45, fly heading 010.
Roger, turning left heading 010, AC-45.
Southwest 6813, turn right heading 100.
Roger, turning right heading 100, southwest 6813.
November 4 Sierra Romeo, fly heading 010, climb and maintain 3000 vectors for resequencing.
Roger, turning right heading 010, leaving 2,600 feet, climb to 3,000 feet, Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo.
It looks like it's only really applying with these smaller
Delta
aircraft.
782 is with you 8,200 feet.
Delta 782, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for the ILS approach, runway 28 right. Fly present heading, descend and maintain 5000.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, maintain heading 035, leaving 8,200 feet, descend to 5,000 feet, Delta 782.
AC-45, turn left heading 250, climb and maintain 3000.
Roger, turning left heading 250, leaving 2,400 feet, climb to 3,000 feet, AC-45.
November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, turn right heading 190.
Roger, turning right heading 190, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot. Academy approach, American 411 is with you 7,200 feet.
American 411, Academy approach, radar contact, altimeter 2906, vectors for the ILS approach, runway 28 right. Descend and maintain 4000, fly present heading.
Altimeter 2906, expect runway 28 right, leaving 7,200 feet, descend to 4,000 feet, maintain heading 150, American 411.
November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, turn right heading 210.
Roger, turning right heading 210, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
In this case, I'm creating a closing vector because AC-45 is moving so much faster. I need to make sure that I'm closing that distance to guarantee that he doesn't slow down southwest. Alright, originally I was worried about AC-45 really catching up with 5 Echo Golf, but I made a little bit too much space. AC-45, 12 miles east of Woody. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Roger, maintaining 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 28 right, approach AC-45.
And also as a perspective, these aircraft are moving much, much faster than your average approach aircraft. For the most part, they're not really going to exceed much more than 200 knots. Or anywhere between 200 to 220 for these type of aircraft. Okay, so you see analyzing the aircraft on final 5 Echo Golf is getting very snug, but we know that we're going to have 2.5 miles of separation before before it closes in with FedEx. So we should be all right. November 4 Sierra Romeo, turn right heading 100.
Roger, turning right heading 100, Cirrus 4 Sierra Romeo.
Delta 782, fly speed 250 knots.
Roger, leaving 5,800 feet, descend to 800 feet, Delta 782.
Delta 782, climb and maintain 3000.
Roger, leaving 5,600 feet, descend to 3,000 feet, Delta 782.
Delta 782, reduce speed 80 knots.
Roger, reducing by 80 knots, Delta 782.
Yeah, that's totally illegal. Southwest 6813, reduce speed 80 knots.
Roger, reducing by 80 knots, Southwest 6813.
Delta 782, turn right heading 100.
Roger, turning right heading 100, Delta 782.
Any aircraft at this altitude should not be moving that fast. The maximum speed at this in this area would be 250 knots. November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, turn right heading 220.
Roger, turning right heading 220, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
So your average downwind leg...
Academy approach, Execjet 2411 is with you on 3,000 feet with information, Oscar.
American 411, turn left heading 100.
Roger, turning left heading 100, American 411.
And that is time. So, it's important to remember a fairly consistent downwind, but anywhere between 5 and 10 miles in the downwind. Right now, Delta 782 is on a 5-mile downwind. Southwest was also in a 5-mile downwind. Makes everything nice and predictable. All right, I am encountering a potential problem here though. Delta 782, he's descending down to 4,000, but he's reducing his speed much slower than Southwest is. So there could be a chance that we could have a break in separation if he doesn't reduce his speed fast. So what I should have done was slowed down. Well, yeah, I did slow down Delta first, but I wanted to make sure that there was going to be a decent buffer of space between him and Southwest prior to reducing his speed prior to reducing Southwest speed. Instead, I just jumped the gun. November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, turn right heading 250.
Roger, turning right heading 250, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot, 5 miles east of Woody, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS approach, runway 28 right.
Roger, maintaining 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 28 right approach, Aero 7 Oscar Foxtrot.
Academy approach, ExecJet 2411 is with you on 3,000 feet with information, Oscar.